Hey, welcome back to this episode of the Desmond Show. Today we're going to have something really, really awesome because I've been getting a lot of questions coming in. I believe you've been getting a lot of these questions as well. It's coming in from individuals that are helping people sell property, and also selling my life insurance. So we have insurance agents and property agents that are asking how can they survive in this crazy environment. It's like they're not getting customers, they're not like selling, it's not working for them.
Yes.
So Desmond, how on earth can they do something right now to save them?
Well, there's a lot of things they can do right now,
Mm.
but first thing first, we must identify what is the problem
Mm.
before we get started with the solution.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is not that nobody is buying insurance or nobody is buying real estate right now.
Yeah.
The problem is that there's too many suppliers, there's too many agents.
Oh yeah.
Right? I always say this, like I could go to a shopping mall, right, and I will be able to meet at least 12 agents, whether
Mm.
real estate or insurance, within 5 minutes.
Mm.
And the reason is because they were sold into the dream, right? Very
Mhm.
similar to network marketing. They were sold into the dream that once you do this, you sell a property, you get this 3,000, 5,000 commission, and
Yep.
you can buy a nice car, and,
Yep.
all this nice stuff. There is certain truth to that. I don't want to like go and say that this is not truthful, and there are people that are very successful in doing so.
Mm.
But again, very similar to network marketing, people that did so, they got leadership quality. They
Yep.
really do. They think like an entrepreneur basically, and they lead their team. And more importantly, they took some risks, and I like that. But as you say, a lot of people messaging because they want to be able to get better quality leads,
Yep.
able to use social media in a more effective manner to get better quality customers. Because most of the people, these agents, they know how to run ads. They put in a lot of money into running ads, but the problem is the fact that the ads are not converting many customers.
Mm.
So where's the problem? Lots of things. Number one, the product,
Mhm.
because they are selling a product that they might not like, or they might not buy themselves, or the product that they cannot control. So
Mm.
let's say you're a real estate agent and you are in position to sell this new development,
Yep.
condominium, right?
Yep.
And that's the only thing you can do. You cannot sell something else, right? I mean, you could technically, but you're positioned to sell that thing as a main primary offer.
Correct.
And that becomes very restrictive to you. So you
Mhm.
have no flexibility on that part.
Mhm.
Okay. Number two is if you're a property agent and you want to be able to promote, let's say, a property developer's new project, you cannot use the logo.
Oh.
You cannot use the pictures or image or anything
Yep.
that symbolizes that particular development.
Yep.
You can only mention that, oh, it's in this area, it's in this city,
Yep.
like, things like that. And third is, as I said again, too many people are doing it.
Mm.
It's the saturation is very, very insane right now.
Mhm.
We're talking about every time I look at ads on my Facebook timeline, I'm seeing like 10, 20 a day, insurance or real estate agents trying to sell me something.
Correct,
Trying
correct.
to generate leads. So my point with today's podcast is to actually maybe give some ideas on what these people can do
Yep.
to stand out.
Yep.
Because I always believe that when so many people are moving towards one direction,
Mm.
if you want to stand out, you go the other direction.
Mm.
So
Mm.
everyone is trying to sell a property. Everyone is trying to sell some sort of insurance online right now.
Mm.
What if you don't? What if you give things away for free?
Mm.
So I call it the serve first, sell later
Mhm.
principle. So the serve first principle is very simple. Listen, not many people know a lot about a certain area in terms of real estate, right? In terms of the valuation, in terms of the facilities and things like that. And in insurance, it gets even more technical. Not everyone knows why or how insurance works. So I'm very surprised that not many people are putting out free content on the internet, especially on Facebook and Instagram, addressing
Mm.
all of these issues. I mean, think about it. If I'm looking to buy a certain insurance, let's say fire insurance,
Mm.
right? That's something that I've never thought about buying ever for my businesses at all,
Mhm.
right? Because we're in a humid country,
Yeah.
getting fire is actually quite difficult, right? But I never thought about it. But perhaps an insurance agent, instead of trying to sell me that fire insurance, could educate me first by
Mm.
serving me first. How?
Mm.
Well, maybe this agent could go up on social media, open up a new page, and put up 2-3 minutes videos
Mm.
exposing or maybe educating me in terms of why a business owner must buy fire insurance.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they are trained to actually share with people why they should buy
Yeah.
and how to do it.
Right.
But a lot of times, they are thinking of selling the company's product and the products that they have. They
Yeah.
forget about something that's really the big reason why people buy from them.
Mhm.
It's them.
Yeah.
The brand that they carry is themselves.
Well, and also the outcome. Let's not
Mm.
forget about that,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Because nobody buy insurance because you like the insurance. Well, there could be a factor,
Yes.
but you also buy insurance because you also want that protection.
Correct.
Right? So that's the outcome as well. So many people don't talk about it. And the problem is that these agents, I'm not talking all, of course, there's a few small percentages doing really well because they're innovating. I love that. But the majority of the masses, what they're doing is that they are generating leads, calling the leads, and harassing them.
Yes, it gets very annoying.
Yeah, and just focusing on selling you, hey, you need this insurance right now. And sometimes I get calls from the banks. Banks are doing this too. Banks are selling insurance. Hey, you are a customer of this bank, and we have this offer for this insurance. That is really annoying to me because you're selling me right away without educating me. I felt like people, the reason why people don't like insurance agents or real estate agents harassing them is because these agents approach these prospects in the wrong direction, in the wrong way. So what I mean by this, if I want to buy a property, I would love to be educated on why I should buy the property. Why do I have to buy now? Why this property? And what are you going to do to help me to make sure I get this property? And what is the risk factor involved? And why should I buy from you? Right? Give me all these reasons and answer these questions. And the problem is with most agents, they just sell right away. I got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. You don't want, and I follow up again. Hey, why did you buy this? Why did you do this? It's all about selling. That is a very wrong mentality. Serve first, sell later. That's what I learned from the law firms. This strategy I actually learned from law firms because in Malaysia, due to the restriction by Bar Council in Malaysia, lawyers are not allowed to advertise.
Correct.
Right? So they can only get clients. Traditionally, what they were doing was that they go to bars and drink and meet people and network, right? That's traditionally what they do. Through friends and network. And while that's effective, but what if the world gone into lockdown like this year? Right? Well, how else can you find new clients? So this is where I think creating content becomes very important. How do you create content? Create articles, right? Create videos. When I remember during the lockdown, what happened was that, a lot of people got retrenched during the lockdown, right? A lot of people got laid off. And there were many people searching information about labor law, right? There was a lawyer that, this is in a Chinese market, he put up a lot of content about labor law, a lot of things that people need to know about labor law in Malaysia, and they were getting a lot of viral views automatically. Well, guess what? If you want to hire this person as your employment lawyer, there you go. You know that this person is an expert because he's already demonstrated so.
Correct.
He's putting in content, and his content is not highly edited. It's not like very professional. Are we talking about a phone, maybe a ring light, and going live?
Yeah. Okay, so it's not about how beautiful the video is. It's not about how professionally it is made. It's all about the content and value that it provides to the person consuming. And the beautiful thing is, what I'm listening, right? It's not just people that are looking for this, but also people that are suffering from a particular problem. Consuming your material is actually helping them solve them.
Right.
And then that instantly make them want to magnetize them to kind of like engage with the person that created it to solve their bigger problem.
Yes.
Crazy.
So let's say you're thinking about buying a life insurance, right? And what are you gonna do if you're thinking about buying life insurance? You're gonna Google for it. You're gonna on Google you're not gonna be able to compete. If you Google for insurance in Malaysia, you're gonna compete with AIA, Prudential, and all the big insurance companies that spend a lot more money to be on the first page of Google. So what can you do? It's really simple. Maybe you were browsing on the internet. One day you see your content, right? Your friend share it, or maybe I share it on my Facebook. Hey, 5 reasons why Malaysians need to buy life insurance this year. Of course, you're looking into buying life insurance. That video is going to stop you.
It makes total sense.
You're going to watch it. Maybe it's a 3-minute video. That's it, right? It's not going to take too long. And guess what happens after you watch the video? You trust that person on the video a lot more, number one. Number two, that person has demonstrated that he can perform and he knows what he's talking about. And number three, if you're looking to hire an insurance agent anyway, because you need an agent to buy, obviously, policy, right? That's the person you're going to look for. You're not going to call your friend who know nothing about how to serve you, know nothing about the insurance that you want to buy. You found someone online who is the authority, who is the expert because he demonstrated so. And you contact that person on his Facebook page, Instagram page, and say, hey, I enjoy your video about 5 tips or 5 reasons why we need to buy life insurance this year. I would like to buy life insurance. Can you help me?
That's a very good angle. If that were tweet, I want you to kind of like give me feedback on what do you think about this idea, because not everyone is going to be asking themselves, hey, I want to buy insurance, I want to buy life insurance, and so on and so forth. Let's take the example of the fire insurance that you gave just now. people don't naturally come up to like, I want to buy fire insurance.
Right.
So how can someone like this kind of like plant that idea or the suggestion? Because what about this thing? Let's say someone talk about, hey, you know what? We're in Malaysia. Fire cases don't normally happen from matches or by heat. It happens because of things like electricity, and that's something that we have a lot here.
Yes.
And because of rain and electricity, they don't mix.
Yes.
Chances of you having fire is very high. So these are 3 steps that you can do to protect yourself. But you know what? These 3 steps doesn't guarantee safety. That's why you might need to actually have security on an insurance that protects you on this.
Right.
Kind of like introducing, that is really powerful education.
That's something that people don't think about.
Exactly.
When is the last time you think about electricity mixing with rain, right? Maybe you're a kid, right? But it does happen, right? So that's when you're leading into the particular insurance that you want to sell. So I remember I saw an insurance agent, this is in Singapore, I believe. This person is very smart. He uses a lot of story because story sells. Fact tells, story sells, right? So he uses a lot of story about people that, for example, he was talking about how this homemaker and she was left alone with no money because the breadwinner, the husband, passed away without an insurance policy. And then he leads into why every family needs to buy a life insurance policy, especially for the breadwinner. Right? And he talks about that, and he gets crazy amount of people approaching him. Think about it. Insurance agent right now, the traditional way of selling that policy is, can we meet at a coffee shop? And then they force you to sign the agreement, right? What if you can get clients to come to you, hey, can I buy insurance from you? Hey, can I get this from you? Can I buy this real estate from you? That's the mentality
Totally
that's
different.
different. So the thing, I think the only reason why people don't do this is because, number one, they don't have the clarity on how to do it. I think it's very simple. You just find out what your customers usually ask for.
Correct.
The questions. Make videos for every single one of these questions, right? Number two, they are camera shy. So I got a tip for that.
Oh, okay, good.
You don't need to appear on camera. Which
that fixes a lot of problems.
So what do? You put in tidbits of articles and information.
So
you can put up articles, that's no problem at all. Put it out on social media. Even on Instagram, you can put multiple pictures and people can swipe read different chapters, right?
But they do need to credit it as well, right?
They need to credit, of course, right? So if you're pulling content from the internet or pulling it from somewhere, credit it. But if it's your own content, you can pretty much put it in. You can write your own article. You don't need to put other people's article. Write your own so that people feel it's you, and write it in your own local colloquial. How you would speak in your own city, your own country.
Localize it.
Yes, absolutely. Then people know that you're the local expert.
Correct.
People know that you're the go-to expert. People will look for you, and you want to be seen as an authority. Right? If I want to buy an insurance, I'm not going to look for my friends. I'm sorry, friends watching this, right? I'm going to look for someone that I believe is the utmost and the most successful and authority in that particular field. Why? The reason is because I want to be served in the best way manner. I mean, if I'm paying for the same amount of money anyway, right? The person that should earn my commission should be the person that well deserves it.
It's kind of like you wouldn't go to a friend just because that friend is a doctor. You go to a person that this doctor is like the best in the field because you're putting your life on the line. And that's the same thing with a property agent and an insurance agent. In insurance, because when, mind my French, when your life is gone, when shit hits the fan, you need someone that you know that will be able to perform. Same goes for the property person, because this person is a person that you depend on to, where I'm going to put a very large chunk of my finances into this particular investment. Can I trust this person to do that job with me? And I think that's why it's so important to focus on developing your brand in the industry to the eyes of your consumers.
Absolutely.
So powerful.
That's where we talk about personal brand. Okay? When it comes to personal brand, you need to really advertise yourself now. When you're a real estate agent or insurance agent, stop advertising whatever product you're promoting. Stop advertising whatever. So when you say that you're an insurance agent, I know you sell insurance. You don't need to tell me you sell insurance. Tell me why I should buy you.
Yes.
Why should I trust you?
Yes.
Right? Tell me what are clients that you got before that you've helped. You don't need to mention their names. You can tell me that I've usually helped small businesses with fire insurance. Most of the areas in this area, the small businesses that buy fire insurance, I serve them. That gives me a little bit of a social proof kind of way to push me to buy from you. And also, more importantly, have you been featured on media? Have you written a book? If you can write a book about insurance, that's going to bring you very far. You don't need to write a 30-page ebook. Write a 10-page book about why people should buy insurance. Publish it on Amazon and tell people that you are an insurance advisor because you help people with buying insurance.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know about this. This is gonna be a little bit sensitive, but I don't like when insurance agents, they like to use different names titles for themselves. They like to call themselves wealth advisor,
Oh, okay.
wealth planning expert.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
after I drill down a lot more deeper, I realized that they just sell insurance.
Mm,
You don't have to. It's so deceiving. And when you deceive, you lose your customers. Tell people that you sell insurance, sell it proudly.
mm,
That's the best way.
mm.
And then brand it, associate your brand with insurance. Because there's nothing wrong with insurance. The reason why people, I'm using insurance and property in the same way, by the way.
Yep.
So the reason why people so afraid of telling people they're in insurance or property is because number one, they are not proud of the product. Okay? Number two, it's because they felt like if they tell this to people, people would not consider them.
Mm.
That's because the approach is wrong in the first place.
Correct.
Right? The first approach should be to attract,
Mm.
not to harass.
Correct.
Right? Very important. So we tell people to create content. We're
Mm.
talking about posting one video every single day that answers some big questions. If you
Mm.
don't have the big questions, go into forums, go on websites,
Check
find
it
out
out.
what problems people
Yeah,
have,
there's problems everywhere.
and record a video that answers that problem and how your product or your service can solve the problem.
Mm.
Right? So
Mm.
for example, right now, let's say in the real estate market, a lot of people are concerned that they cannot get loans, they cannot get a mortgage. Well,
Mhm.
tell you what, how about you post a video about that?
Mm.
Right? And you don't need to be locked down to an agency. You don't need to be locked down to a particular property developer company, right? You gotta be independent. You gotta build your own personal brand.
Mm.
The only reason people will buy you is because of your personal brand, not the amount of followers that you have, not the amount of likes you have. We're talking about the trust, the relationship you have with the audience that you're putting your content to.
Mm.
And this is same with lawyers. This is same with dentists, right? I remember there was a dentist in America that I know. I don't know if I can say this, but she was a dentist for let's just say a very famous, if you go to top 50 USA on Spotify, she probably serviced 3 to 4 of the
Wow.
10,
Wow.
right, singers and rappers, and she's very, very good. And she doesn't really even, she sold her clinic.
Mm.
She doesn't even have a clinic, right? So she does this mobile now.
Mm.
She goes to celebrity homes
Mm.
and famous people's homes, and she's absolutely crushing it. Why? Because she spent time to develop her brand. Because her brand, she put out content. Every week she'll put out 2 to 3 tutorials on how to care for your oral health
Mm.
and how to improve your, like, brushing your teeth, what should you eat, what should you not eat, how to whiten teeth naturally, things like that.
Mm.
She put out content like that, and people will try to book her. And every time she's sort of semi-retired right now,
Mm.
but she will go on like a tour all over the United States and even Canada,
Mm.
and people will fully book her calendar.
Oh, okay.
And she's about 2.5 times more expensive than an ordinary dentist.
Mm.
She doesn't take insurance, just cash.
Wow.
Absolutely insane.
That's what happens when you brand yourself properly.
Yeah, because that's how she got to celebrities. That's how she started servicing the celebrities.
Yep.
And then she can leverage the fact that she has worked with celebrities and get her even better clients and charge even more money, because she started by putting content, sharing those contents, and not selling her service.
Correct.
Right? And then when she sold her clinics, she have the freedom to be at any states in America she wants to
Yep.
service a client. She does a tour every now and then.
Mm.
And I'm not saying that's a good model, right? It depends on who you are. I'm saying that you gotta put out content right now, right? Especially in a space like insurance and
Yep.
real estate.
Yep.
It's very competitive.
Mm.
And same thing as the law firms as well. It's very competitive. You probably not gonna out advertise your competitor because
Okay.
they have a lot more budget
Mm.
now, right?
Mm.
I say this before. If it's a battle between who has more money, you will for sure lose, even if you have more money, because
Okay.
nobody wins in those kind of battles.
Okay.
Right? So what do we want to do? When everyone is paying for traffic, everyone is paying for leads, we're gonna attract leads organically for free by pushing out content.
I'm gonna tweak a little bit. What do you think about like individuals that they have a small budget, like a very small budget? Should they focus that on running pure advertisements to get leads, or should they use that budget to kind of like push out the content that they are delivering out? Which one will you?
So if I'm an insurance agent,
Yes.
If I'm a real estate agent, so this only applies for these two. I
Correct.
will not answer it.
Let's
on
use it for
other
those two. Yeah.
context. Yeah. So if I'm in this, I would focus on the content.
Content
Yeah,
first.
I will run the video. I will get people to see the video, but I'll make sure on the words, the copy, the primary text, or where you can put the text and then the video later on. I'll make sure my contact information is there, like WhatsApp number, maybe some direct email, right, so that they can reach out to me. Of course, you might get 1,000 views, maybe only 3 inquire. That's very normal, right? I think that's good because the people that inquire
High
are
quality.
super high quality.
Yeah.
They're ready to buy. It's a matter
Yeah.
of price. It's a matter of it's a right deal for them.
Oh, that's
it.
powerful. That's powerful. So because I mean, like to actually market online right now, it's actually super affordable if you do it correctly.
Yes.
That converts better.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you have to put money on magazines and newspapers. It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And right now, it's so much more convenient. It's just that a lot of people they didn't know. I hope that from this session, they get to realize that building their brand, helping their customers get educated,
Absolutely.
helps them generate more sales in the future.
So serve first, sell later.
That's very, very powerful. And I think, that's real great content here. And you know what? If you guys like the content you've been hearing so far and you want more tips and strategies just like this, make sure you subscribe onto the channel and share this to anyone that you know that needs to also improve in their game in real estate and insurance. And I think till next time, see you guys soon.
See you in the next episode.